We do want to take a moment now to get reaction from the attorney for Sedrick Altheimer. He is the black newspaper carrier at the center of this case. His lawyer is Vonda Sargent, and she joins us now. Vonda, thanks for your time tonight. First of all, not guilty on both criminal counts. Your reaction?
Obviously, I'm disappointed. I heard about it. I'm in my own trial, and my phone starts blowing up, and I'm still in trial, and I hear about it, and I'm quite disappointed, needless to say.
Disappointed because you were expecting or hoping for a different outcome. What's most disappointing to you about this?
It's disappointing to me that with all the evidence that I believe led to his guilt, the contradictory statements that he made on the 911 call, the contradictory statements that he made with Rance when he was interviewed by him, and just all the contradictions that he made, I think led towards his guilt. So it's just disappointing. It appears to me that you have an individual who is in a position of power, who was able to use that power. You know, I don't know, I wasn't at the trial the whole time, but it's just disappointing that you have that level of just contradiction. At one point, he's in my driveway. The next point, he says he's not in my driveway because they're doing construction. I've got him blocked in. He's got me blocked in. It's just disappointing. It's very disappointing. It was disappointing to see all of the evidence. You know, I've got black children, so I couldn't have possibly done this to a black man. It's just disappointing, exhausting.
Were you thinking that what we heard on the tape would be sufficient evidence?
I think it should have been. So essentially what the jury is saying is that the other officer isn't trustworthy. And that other officer he had no reason to not do the investigation that was necessary. And we all know that if there is a call of that nature, you're going to ask, because you're going to look for probable cause, you're going to ask the purported victim. And he said that it didn't happen. So I think that and the officer, but usually very much so the tape. The 911 call, I thought should carry the day, and clearly I was mistaken on that. But that's what I expected.
And then, before we do run out of time, Sedrick testified, as you know, in the trial. Troyer's attorney, Ann Bremner, called his testimony and his credibility into question because of the suit that he's filed, $5 million lawsuit.
Right.
That was their argument and the part of their case.
No, it was a very big part of their case, on top of trying to paint Sedrick as the aggressor and the bad guy. Our system was set up for us to seek compensation if you've been wronged, or even if you think you've been wronged. So it was a bunch of dog whistles, a bunch of, in my opinion, inappropriate things that were done and said. But, you know, in the long run, that's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to say and do pretty much anything that she can say and do and get away with to get her client off. So, and that's what she did.
What does it mean for Sedrick Altheimer's lawsuit at this point?
Well, he has a civil case, and it's a different burden of proof. And in this case, the case that was just tried, the victim was our citizens. It was the state of Washington. It was the people. As opposed to the case that Sedrick has filed, it's about him and the harm and the damage that Troy did to him based on the choices that he made. So it really doesn't have much of an impact on what it is that Sedrick seeks, because he is the victim of Troyer's malfeasance in this case.
Well, Vonda, we do appreciate your time. I know you just got the news just as we did, and we appreciate you taking the time to get your reaction to the outcome of this case today. Thank you so much.
No problem.